the urban ponds. We have number of ponds, but these ponds are not filled nowadays, right? Because of urbanization, the almost they are in the stage that you need to have one or another sort of measures so that you can keep them operating. So design part of these urban ponds, principles and how they can be done, what are the components, how these components can be, what you can say, looked into it. I'm not going into details of it. Directly I'm going into the issues and challenges, as we have 20 minutes only, right? So yeah, I'll just show you this one. This is the case of Jijamata Temple Pond, Vadodara, right? If those who are from Vadodara may be knowing, it's in the Makarpura area, right? My friend gave me a call and he asked me that we have a pond in Makarpura area and which is not getting filled, right, every year. And slowly what is happening, that filling of that pond has decreased. Then I started studying it and I found that this is the, what you can say, the road, and this is the pond. You can see here the pond is over here. Okay, so when there was no road, you can imagine that the entire watershed was the catchment for this particular road. You understand that what I mean by watershed and what I mean by the catchment, right? Then I studied it. See what's the status of the pond now, right? The yellow mark which you saw, no, that this is the catchment area of the pond, from where the water used to come and fill this particular what the pond. Okay. Now in that what has come? This is the road. Now tell me, if this is this yellow color line which you see, that was the watershed of this pond, depending upon the slope, and in between what is there? The road is there. Then what has happened? The filling of the pond has stopped coming. Right. So this analysis we have carried out, and then I explained him that this is the issue, and you have to check for it, that how you can take. So he told me that there is some pipes which are kept here. Sometimes when you do analysis using the images, right, and it shows you this watershed area is this, and the water comes out from these and it goes this side. How will you confirm it? Ground truthing. So for ground truthing, when I asked, then he said that, Sanjay, they have placed some pipe right on this road. Why they have placed that pipe? Because it's already a catchment area. And whenever there is a rainfall, the water will flow towards the road, because it is a original catchment area, and that water was going into the waste instead of going into the pond. Then I suggested that you may contact the local authorities and ask them that something should be done such that the clean water can go into this particular pond and this pond can fill every time, right? So this what I see, that what is it, right? That how it is to be filled. So these are all theoretical ponds, percolation ponds, how they work, and site selection and investigation criteria. All this I am not discussing with you. This IIT Jodhpur, already I talked to you that hard rock is there, 2.25 meter depth, 0.3 to 0.55 meter gravel. High cost of excavation proposed, shallow pond results into high operational losses. Again, when we have a shallow pond, it's IIT Jodhpur where temperature during the summer is so high that will result into so shallow pond is not possible. And if I go for deep pond, what will happen? It will result into the high. So this is the section which I received, and after that, this 362 mm is the rainfall and hot airy climate, that what I already explained you, that for the IIT Jodhpur campus this has been happened, right? And engineering aspects of it. This is the Aqua Sarovar Lake, Surya River, Vadodara. This is the lake again. This is the what we can say, the water which is released from the lake. This is again a gate which releases the water, right? And there also some problem was there that been solved. These are all design criteria for the dam. Yeah. Coming to the smart city topic, and smart city topics, and in that again the ponds, right? What problems these urban ponds are facing? So for this specifically, I have taken a Surat. You know that one of the fastest growing city. It is also known as Silk City, Diamond City, or Green City, right? And recently, Modi ji wants it to a electrical vehicle city, right? It may happen that within 1 or 2 years it will be known as an electrical vehicle city. The density is thickly populated, 10,052% per square kilometer as per census of 2011. This shows the graph of land use land cost classification. You will see that water bodies, right? In 1999, it was around 29 square kilometer. That has reduced to only 17 square. That is to 2019, 2024. Even it has gone, what you can say, more down, right? Okay. So, what I'm like, I have shown you the Jijamata pond in case of Vadodara. This is the Pal Lake, which is in Pal area, right? It's a very big pond. Like this, also in plan also you can see that the area is a very big. Basically, it was originally a village, and it was a village pond, right? So, what is the issue? No water retention storage in the lake immediately after monsoon season. Even during the monsoon season also, the Surat receives 1,200 mm or 1,400 mm of rainfall, but this pond is not that filled, right? So, ensure water retention capacity of pond by carrying out geotechnical investigations. So, if this was happening, there were two reasons. One, either the water is not flowing into the pond, or if you will dig the bed of the pond, there should be such a soil that it absorbs the water immediately into the ground, right? So, we started again the image analysis that why the pond is not filled. You can see 1985, and this is the pond area. These are all fields. So, this is the watershed from where the water used to flow to the pond, right? And it was getting filled. There were some development here, some development here. This is the picture of 1985. Then this is again a picture which is of 2004. So this is the pocket, this is somewhat filled, and these are all what you can say in 2004 all vacant areas through which the water used to flow to the pond, right? Then now you see 2022. If you compare these two slides, this is 2004 and this is 2022. What has happened to these areas? They are all urbanized. They are all filled with the residential areas. So it was a catchment. This was a catchment area for this pond, where the water used to flow and fill this particular pond. Here you will find that all around there was a development, right? That urbanization has took place, and because of that the pond is not getting filled, right? So you will see the water contour levels around ponds are higher than pond. So slowly and gradually, because of the construction of societies, the roads by the Surat Municipal Corporation, all levels have gone up. All contour map is shown, and it is said that level around ponds are higher than the pond. Why? What will happen because of this? What will happen if the levels are higher? What will happen? No water will flow towards the pond, right? So all water will flow into the, what you can say, the strong drains, and that will be carried again, right? So this is the right. So this is a Pal Lake. This is a rain gauge area, sub-catchment 1, which is fully developed. Sub-catchment 3, some sort of what you can say that farm were there. This is sub-catchment 2. So you will find that the sub-catchment 1, 2 and 3, 1, 4 and 2 that are fully developed, which will lead to runoff, and that runoff directly goes to the drain instead of going into the urban pond, right? So no water retention, evaporation, seepage losses need to be checked, and accordingly shallow or deep pond be designed. This is again the Nehru Bridge. Originally, if you know that there was a what we can say bridge on a Tapi river, and it has been dismantled, right? And one of the span of it as a memory of it that has been kept over here on this particular pond, and this is even today also you will not find it. This will be the situation. There is no water in the pond, right? They developed it surrounding of the pond for the collection of well, and you can see all around the ground is lower and the main hole is high. So water will not flow inside the, what you can say, the chambers. This is again another picture where surrounding grass is at lower level and the chamber is at higher level, right? You will find rutting of the soils because of what the slope stable for the lag that has been washed away, which has gully formation has been taken place. So no proper drainage arrangement for the pond. These are the slopes which are also get washed away, right? Embankment because of the improper drainage for that of the pond, right? Yeah. This is the one pond which I have shown. This is another pond. This is Lakeview pond. This Lakeview pond is just adjacent to Esplanade campus, right? And there, what they did to protect the bank, they have gone for mashed gabions, right? These are the gabions, and you cannot see in this picture, but the wire mesh is there, which has in which these stones are fixed, so that what can be fixed, what the slope stability can be brought into the right, to avoid the slope failure of this, right? But as you will see here, lot of pollutants, right, from the surrounding society, they are disposing of their wastewater, right, into the drains, and that drains are used to supply water to the pond. So that water enters inside the people's lake, and that makes the water polluted, right? So this is another picture, geosynthetic liners used for to prevent the seepage also. Here you can see that what I was talking about, the strong drain. This is not the case with the developed countries. In that, if the strong drains are there, then it will carry only the clean water and clear water. In our case, we cannot join the strong drain into the pond. Why? The reason is that we do not know who has coupled their sewer drain into the strong drain. And when that sewer drain drains into the strong drain, right, lake, what will happen? The quality of water will get deteriorated, right? So this is specifically I have kept in this. This is the strong drain, which this again during monsoon season this gets filled full, and it supplies water and it fills this particular pond, right? Strictly prevent entry of nutrients in the pond, then only you can stop the growth of algae which is going on, which are growing inside the pond, right? So this was about the pond which I have shown. That two ponds I have shown of one is of that is Pal Lake, and the other one is let's see. And one I wanted to show you the success story also. Not stop here, so you should not feel that India में बहुत खराब है जो इसे. There are certain things which are good also, but that need funds, right? I don't know how many of you have visited recently the Gopi Talam. Any one of you have visited Gopi Talam? Yes. So you might be knowing. If you have not visited, do visit the Gopi Talam. Right? What was happening in Gopi Talam again? Right? It is a historic talam. You will find the history of this lake in 17th century, and was a very important urban space for the trading city of Surat. You know that Surat was what we can say that coastline, right, where the ship used to come, load and unload and all that. Right? That was in the 17th century. The lake lost its importance due to negligence in the 19th and 20th century and become health and social menace. Right? So this is a picture of 2000, and you will see this is a Pal Lake in which the slum children used to play cricket. Right? And these are all around what you see is all slums. This is not the real construction. These are all the slums, right? Once upon a time, which was considered to be feeding water to entire Surat city or town. That the condition of that in 2000 was, it was all surrounded by slums. Even you can see that inside of the pond also there were slums. झोपड़पट्टी અહીંયા આજુબાજુમાં તો હતી, પણ લોકોએ અંદર પણ તળાવની અંદર પણ ઝૂંપડા બાંધેલા, right? So these are all what you can say the slum area where the poor people used to stay, and children used to play cricket into this particular pond, right? Then again you can see this is another picture in 10-22,000. This much was the water, and then this is 6-20-22. In 2022 they have started redevelopment of pond. This is 10-2000 and this is 10-22. After the redevelopment of pond, they have removed all the what you can say slums which were inside the pond and on the surrounding of the pond, right? And started developing of the pond. This is again image of 6-20-2022. Wherein you can see here, this was the image of that of 10-2000, right? 2000, and this is 2022. So this has been developed. The transformation has been done from this particular to this particular, right? And this is today also this pond is in what we can say working condition. So what was the project? I will not take much time, 5 minutes more. Right, the project site is located heart of old city, adventuring 10 hectares, approximately this much square meter. The original water body which was lost in the process of city growth and urbanization is rejuvenated as a lake and public park. Right, the project is divided into 7 zones, excluding the water body. So you can see here that during the rejuvenation of Gopi Talab, water body, history zone, environment zone, diamond zone, food court zone, textile zone, communal harmony zone, and future zone. Right? For planning people, this area, which area? This is of 10 hectare. That has been divided into how many parts? 7 parts. As measuring this much of the areas. Right? What was the plot area? The size of the area of land, walkway, roadway, landscapes, parking area, and platform structures. These was all planned. And how the project is executed. The major structure challenge for creation of the water body in backfill land. To prevent contamination of the water to be stored in the reservoir, it was important to create an impervious site. And therefore, they proposed 7-meter high retaining wall was constructed bearing a base with top. Means all around what they did, they constructed the 7-meter high retaining wall to retain the water. And these are the maps which shows that how the construction started. Backfield land, excavation water body, then RCC retaining wall they have done, then construction of various structures, right? Submersible platforms, etc. is been done. Introduction of inner ring and outer ring with internal roads that has been developed, and finally 7 thematic zones depicting the peculiarity of Surat that has been constructed. So this was the what we can say the status, lowest status from which it has been developed to the what with having with 7 schematic plans, and the area is you can see here the total project area of water body, area of 7 zones, 4.5 hectares, and areas of roads and all that is 1.2 hectares. This is a history of the Gopi Talab. This particular plate is, when you will visit this, you will find this plate is that in the entry of it. This is the 7 zones which is said. Out of that, this is the first zone, Gopi Ghat, that has been developed here. See, after regeneration, the water is filled like this. Right? You can see, you can stay there. People now started visiting this particular place, right? After the regeneration of pond. This is again another picture of the pond where you can see the water is filled into it. Right? This is regeneration of Gopi Talab. Yeah, and as I told that there are 7 zones, textile zone, then food zones and all that has been developed and maintained properly so that the people can have, even surtis are good for food. So food court is also there at this particular location. Yeah, there is one wow or step fill, what we call it. That was clean, and a proper grill is also made that one can walk and touch the water there. This is also rejuvenated there, right? So, how it looks. You have seen the first picture that was 10-2000, and this is the recent picture of the Gopi Talab. You look like the Talab is look like this, right? If you visit today, with the different zones and different landscapes, right? So, smart cities, right, do have some funds which are utilized for making such water bodies also. But this is also an issue, as I told you, that urban ponds, that how to keep them survive, how to keep them alive, right? So that water can be stored into it and can be used, right? So once again, thank you very much. These are my contact details. Yeah, any quick question you have, then I would like to answer. If you have any questions, anyone have? Academic, non-academic, whatever it may be. Right? Any specific question?